I guess loneliness is when you don't have people around you that could cheer you up.
Is when I feel desolate away from the people.
The feeling of being cut off and isolated from the society.
So, loneliness is a universal but complex emotion. Feelings of sadness, emptiness, insignificance. Any sentient being is prone to this dreaded emotion. When someone tells you are lonely, a common solution that people provide is to make more friends. But it's not so simple. There's different types of loneliness, and today we're here to understand it. Say hello to our old friend, loneliness.
What does it mean to be lonely? I think that loneliness is this feeling of just being very disconnected, very isolated.
For most people, loneliness means the lack of company. Humans are social creatures and we thrive in camaraderie. Generally, having a strong social support has reduced risk of many significant health problems, including depression, high blood pressure, and an unhealthy body mass index. Good friends relieve stress, provide comfort and joy, and prevent loneliness and isolation. However, some people still feel lonely despite having company around them. This is because of something called emotional depth.
It's this state of having a disparity in your emotional connections. So it kind of means that the desired level of emotional connection is actually up here, and your actual level is here. So you see there's this big disparity there, and that's what causes social loneliness. That's what causes the feeling alone in a dark room, feeling like a face in the crowd.
Loneliness can be separated into two types. Social isolation is typically when you don't have enough friends or company. Social loneliness, on the other hand, is more of lacking a certain depth of emotional connection with someone. So, now we understand the two types of loneliness. Why does being lonely affect us so much?
It's an emotion, right? So an emotion has three things in it. So when you feel an emotion such as loneliness, one of the things that occur is physiological changes in the body. You lack motivation, the metabolic activity in your body is also down. Blood pressure is decreased. It's the opposite of being stimulated. Second component of being lonely, which is the mental, the cognitive component, will tell you the reasons why you feel this way. You're feeling this way because of the death of a loved one, because you failed in your exams, or because you can't find a job. The third part is the behavioral response to that. This is what other people sees, and that indicates to them that you're lonely, right?
So what does it actually mean to be stimulated? Imagine the brain as a house, and its residents are called neurons, special cells that communicate with each other. They help register whatever we see, hear, taste, smell, and feel by firing electrical impulses at one another. So when you say being stimulated, it actually means making neurons fire electrical impulses normally. It is important that our brain is stimulated as it supports the release of happy chemicals such as dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Feeling lonely can lead to low levels of mental health, which leads to depression. When we are depressed, we usually have that numb feeling, right? It's because our brain isn't stimulated as our senses to be numb.
I guess there was one day where I felt extremely lonely at the time. So I really didn't have anyone to turn to.
But some friends think that, oh, it's just small thing. They don't have that sense of empathy to you.
I felt quite like a burden that I didn't really want to share it with anyone because
Everybody's busy, and I just don't feel it's right to interrupt their lives because I feel lonely.
I decided that I really needed to talk to someone, just hear their voice. So That's when I called up my friend.
My best friend.
My family.
I really didn't know what to say because I just needed someone to be there for me. She talked me through, asked me about what had happened, how was my day.
Because maybe some people like sick of it, right? Like, oh, like I already tell you to stop crying, but you never listen to me. She's not like that. She will keep on trying, even if like I don't listen to her. It already makes my day, you know.
Because you know you can talk to anything with them. You can talk about anything with your family.
And that slowly released the mind to calm down. And I guess, yeah, that was that day that really helped me overcome that loneliness feeling.
I don't know, I just feel that the digital age has made things a little bit more surface level. It's like, if you ever ask someone how are you in real life, like you just get this very surface level reply like, I'm good. Like, and then you just ended that. That was just like a nicety. You weren't actually genuinely wanting to get to know someone. But if you ask someone like specific questions, like how's your family, how's that project you're doing, I heard that you are going through a hard time. Yeah, I think that's kind of where we kind of need to move towards. I guess it's a bit sad, but at the same time, it's getting better because there's a lot more awareness on mental health, a lot of awareness on building genuine connections. Yeah, so I'm very glad to see that as well. Yeah. First of all, reach out. Like take that step to open the door. Yeah, I know it's very scary. I know you don't want to seem as someone emotionally needy. Nobody wants to be seen as weak. But when I learned to be vulnerable, when I learned to open the door to others, that's when I realized that people are actually able to help me in the craziest and different and unexpected ways. Yeah, whether it's with like just like a text that I didn't expect, or whether it's like sitting with me and like listening to me rant for 30 minutes or something like that, like healthily. Yeah, take the step. Don't put the expectation on people to understand you. The truth is that the only person that will kind of understand what you're feeling like directly with the greatest empathy is yourself. But people can try their best. They will try their best to empathize, at least those that have a lot of empathy as well. But the fact is that they aren't you. They can't read your mind. So it draws back to the first step, like reach out to them, give time, be patient. And I know when you're emotional, it's a bit hard, but like try and take a step back, breathe, and let them help you bit by bit. And I think that the people that help process your feelings and emotions really go a long way in slowly getting out of it. Yeah. So that's what I would say to those that are lost.
The world is a lonely place. We only have a single shot to make it right, and it can be really tough sometimes. But what's important is to remember that you are not alone, and there will always be people you can count on. So go and talk to them, open up to them, and then listen to them, so that even for just a moment, we get to say goodbye to our dear friend, loneliness.